Hello, Internet. This is the hungover New Year's Day All Things YouTube show here on Awesome Wood Things. Thankfully, I'm not really all that hungover. Hope everyone's doing well. In the new year, it's 2019. Yay! Hungover, question mark. Yeah. How about it? So, all things YouTube. What has been happening at Team YouTube? Nothing. They're all on vacation, visiting their families and doing holiday stuff. That's what they're doing. Who do we got here in the chat room? Jim Dockrell's here. Hello, Jim. He was first. He gets the first award. Bob Lee stopped in. Hi, Bob. We have Dessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. That's Al Forte. Welcome, Al. And yeah, people are starting to jump in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Osprey Mama's here. Hello, Osprey Mama. She's got an awesome channel with all things birds. Love it, love it, love it. So, we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and what you can do in the YouTube space to up your game. That's what we're going to try and do. And we're going to try and not be hungover. No, I'm just kidding. Like to thank a few people that help make this show possible. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. We've got Osprey Mama there. YouTube channel, Osprey Mama. Harneal Media from makersmedianetwork.com. I am a proud member of makersmedianetwork.com. Javi's Woodshop. Javi's Woodshop on YouTube. Jerry Brown, he owns polyonceacrafter.com. And Jim Bashir's from Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashir's, also on YouTube. And Mike Laffey, most notable from the Maybe Podcast at maybeI'vesaidtoomuch.com. And a couple more people showing up here. Mama Bear, She Shed, Tracy Keaton. Hi, Tracy. Welcome to All Things YouTube on this special Tuesday edition, January 1st, New Year's Day, Rockin' Woodworks. Things just got more rock and roll, folks. Eloy Escajedo from Rockin' Woodworks is here. And Brenda G's Designs. Brenda G. Welcome, Brenda G. Look at this. We got a light show right off the bat. Osprey Mama, thank you so much. Yeah, we're rocking now. Put on the red one here. There we go. Whoop, whoop. Having fun, party time. This is the way it was last night at the bar. Thank you, Osprey Mama, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Every time there's a super chat, we have fun with it. And your name gets put up on the big board the entire show. So let's see here. So this is Osprey Mama. Thank you for the ongoing support, long-time super chatter, and long-time Patreon supporter. Osprey Mama, thank you. See how she's up there in the right here? That will persist throughout this show as my thank you for your support. And anytime you drop a super chat, we've got these, the lights will illuminate so you can control what's happening in my world through the internet via super chats. Because I have some smart outlets and the awesome free web service, If This Then That, at ifttt.com. Yeah. Them lights make me want to ring a cowbell, says Brenda G. from Brenda G's Designs. G is in golf, plural. Brenda G's Designs, plural. Brenda G's Designs. She's got a crafting channel and a comedy channel all in one at Brenda G's Designs. Brenda and I are doing a show together. It's called Mind Equals Blown. We had our premiere episode last week. It's on my channel. You'll have to go to Facebook.com/awesomewiththings and find my little marketing posts to kind of get to the link because it went unlisted on my channel because I try and keep my channel woodworking focused. But this week it's on her channel. So we're going to alternate my channel, her channel. That's the idea. Get some good cross promotion. I'll tell you what, I will drop a link to this Thursday show, Thursday the 3rd, 7 p.m. over on Brenda G's Design. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. I want you to click the link, click the reminder button or the bell icon, even better, and then come right back here. Don't leave the show. But there's the link to the Mind Equals Blown second episode that will premiere Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern this week, Thursday the 3rd. And Brenda and I hope to see you over there. And that's a show where audience tells us true facts that they think Brenda and I don't know. And if it blows our mind, we give you virtual tacos, which have no real value in the real world. So that's the idea. And also, the Patcast podcast. My friends Paul and Pat are going to do this podcast maybe. There is no place you can go to get more information. There's no estimated time when the first episode will drop whenever, but I am a big supporter of the Patcast podcast, even though it doesn't exist yet. So keep an eye out for that somewhere on the internet. When I have more information, I will let you know. And finally, when I want to say thanks to Al Forte from Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. He's all over the internet at Kilroy79763. He's helping with my Discord. I barely know what that is. Technically, we use it so he can talk to me through these earbuds. You can't hear him, but he can talk to me, and he watches the chat and is sort of like support for the show. If anyone else wants to play along, I have a link in the chat room. It's good for 24 hours. You can join my Discord. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it, because I barely know what it is either. Anyone wants stickers? I have stickers. That's my address. You can also go to awesomewiththings.com, and my address is on there as well for sticker swaps. Always fun with sticker swaps. Or if you just want a sticker and you don't have one, let me know and I'll mail one to you. I like that. Dylan's Woodworks is here. Hey, Matt, Happy New Year, my friend. Dylan says, thank you. Happy New Year to you, too. It's kind of bright in here, and I'm hungover, so maybe I should do the show in these. Oh, look, these are reflective. Can you see my monitor through the... Fun stuff. You see the scroll. I've got my chat over on this monitor over here. Yeah. So what are some New Year's resolutions that people are going to do to up their game on the YouTube platform? Oh, Osprey Mama says, I got my stickers in the mail. Thanks, Matt. And a smiley face from Osprey Mama. You're welcome, Osprey Mama. I'm glad you got them. So, New Year's resolutions for me? Well, it all comes down to two things when you're talking about YouTube. This is how you do YouTube right. You get people to click. How do you do that? Thumbnails and titles. Your thumbnails and titles need to be on point because that's what they look at when they click your stuff. And then you can do external marketing, get people to watch. You got to get them to watch. Get them to watch is step number one. Thumbnails, titles, and marketing. Get them to watch. Number two, get them watching all the way through. That's it. That's it. It sounds so simple. It's so hard. It's not easy. It sounds simple. It's not simple. It's hard. That's the name of the game. They want people to click. The mothership of YouTube. They want people to click on your stuff, and once they click on their stuff, they want them to watch your stuff. That's what they're looking for. It's not more complicated than that. There is a bajillion pieces of metadata and analytics to support all kinds of different signals, but it really comes down to those two things. Get people to click and have them watch your stuff. Jim says he sees something inappropriate on my screen through the sunglasses. No, about the only thing you probably see is my subscriber count Dalek over here. That's SCUD. SCD is an acronym, and that's what he goes by. He watches my live subscriber count, and then he gets angry when it goes down. He likes when it goes up. So if you're not subscribed to Awesome Wood Things, you'll see that roll up in real time. All about the real times here. Dylan says, I have 2 thumbnails. I don't know. That's good. I guess, is 2 better than 1? I guess it is. Are you A/B testing? Did you hear about that term? Sometimes you can do things depending. You know, I think it's a feature that some people have. And I think TubeBuddy and vidID let you A/B test. So you have some thumbnails to some at one point in time, then it switches to thumbnail, and then you can compare which thumbnails do best. Watching only 3 thumbs up. Let's give Matt thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Osprey Mama. Yeah, go ahead, drop a big old like on the video if you would. That would help. That would help a lot. Yes, yes, yes. So remember, if you have any questions, highlight my name. And by that, I mean type the @ symbol and start typing the word awesome till you see it kind of pop up and hit it. That makes the text gold, big, bright, that I can see it. There we go. Al just did it. You can't see it highlighted, but believe me, it is. To me, on my screen, when someone does @Awesome With Things, it lights up. Brenda G's Design says, I would like to congratulate myself on breaking the 3,000 subscriber count on my channel. Happy New Year to me, says Brenda G's Designs. Congratulations, Brenda. Let's all give Brenda G a virtual taco for her accomplishment. This is my little sign. This is if I ever ask a yes or no question, you can use these symbols, the salad for no and then the taco for yes. Congratulations, 3,000. There you go. Next stop 5, next stop 10. Before you know it, you'll be at 20,000 subscribers and taking over the world. That's what it's all about. Yay, Brenda. Congrats, 3K, says Osprey Mama. All right. Yeah, so just highlight my name. That would be good. And super chats are active. Fun lights will show up. Here's my Osprey Mama channel. I do want to show you something cool. That's why I flipped this around. And I had a tiny little video that went direct to Facebook. This is why you have to kind of follow me on Facebook. I do post original stuff to Facebook sometimes. But I'll go over that now. Basically, the interface changed and they did something really super powerful. Very, very powerful. I'll go over that now. This is worth it. Like, this is the reason you turned it. If the reason you tuned in was to get information like this is it. Watch. So go to your channel analytics. So I'm in the studio beta. I'm not targeted on any one video. This is channel wide. And go to analytics. And then you want to click this title of this second box on the left here. So the top videos. Click that sucker. Goes full screen. Let me scroll this table up because that's not what I'm interested in. Now here is just a first in, first out sort of most impressions to least impressions list of videos, okay? So this is it. This blue plus. That blue plus looks so tiny and insignificant. You'd probably blow right past it. No, don't blow right past it. Watch what it can do. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da. Da 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 average percent viewed. Do you see that? Now watch. You click it and it'll throw a column. Boom. OMG. Average percent viewed. That's the money right there. Because remember what I said, the two most important things were getting people to click and watching your stuff. Look at this one, the default one, click-through rate. Can you see that? I know it's super duper tiny. There we go. Oh, that's kind of messed up. Sometimes my little widgets don't play along. Click-through rate. That means people are clicking on your stuff. And then average percent viewed is like a new term, but it's how much of the video they watched. Oh my goodness. I hit the magical ratio. I have always said you want this to be over 8% and more than 50%. Once that happens, the algorithm starts noticing. Yeah. And you know, this is for the date range, so I have 28 days, which is usually a little much to get, you know, actionable data. Here's another one that's pretty good. 6.5 and almost 41%. This should be around 50. But that's what you need to do. You should strive for click-through rate of 8% or higher and 50% of your video watched on average. Now notice something here. This average percent viewed, it does not appear where it used to. They took it off the interface in a different area. Let me show you that. So go over to Reach Viewers and the inverted trapezoid of awesomeness here. Here, average view duration. This used to be the percentage. This used to be the same thing you were just looking at. Now, it's just a minute, the number of minutes, which is not good. Not good. This is not useful to you, especially on a global channel overview like this. But this used to say the percentage. I'd much rather have that be the percentage. But this is just like a one-shot deal. When you're here, overview, top. Now you've got all your videos to look at. Oh, now look, they took it away. I guess you got to add it each time. Well, there it is. There, boom. Now instead of seeing one trapezoid of awesomeness, you've got, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 some on your whole catalog. Right there at a snapshot. Huge. I see McCain Woodcrafts entered. Hello, McCain's Woodcraft. Glad to have you here. This is All Things YouTube. Over on the Awesome Wood Things channel, we're talking all things YouTube. I love that they have average percent viewed. That's actually a more accurate term, average percent viewed. It used to be average view duration, and then they showed you a percentage. They both say the same thing, but average percent viewed is more descriptive. It's more, so I like average percent view. See, they're changing things up as they go. They're putting this stuff out there, and they're making it easier to comprehend. So what types of things are folks in the chat room going to do in 2019 as a New Year's resolution? Billy Burt just showed up. Hi, Billy. Welcome to All Things YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Maybe I'll get some lights going here to have some fun, and you can think about what types of things you're going to do in 2019 to improve your YouTube channel. One of the things I'm going to try and do is publish more often. That's a big one. Publishing more often. YouTube likes it. YouTube likes when people publish regularly, and it kind of shows in the uptick. It's weird because as people view more of your stuff, then they'll get those little prompts and your end cards, and they can view other stuff. So it's kind of like a exponential type thing. So the more stuff you do, the more chances there are of people seeing. Commenting. How many people in the chat room comment on other people's videos? That's big, because every time you comment, you get your little channel icon real tiny next to your comment. That's all advertising. I mean, how many times have people, read a comment from me? Oh, that channel's awesome wood things. Hey, I like wood things. I like things that are, they kind of, give. I'm a big believer in giving, in value, giving value to the community, because then it comes back around. Steve Carmichael is here. Hi, Steve. Welcome. Welcome to All Things YouTube, Steve Carmichael. Do you think the title and thumbnail impact that click-through rate the most? Well, I think I understand your question, Steve. Yes, they do. Title and thumbnail absolutely impact click-through rate the most. As a matter of fact, they are the only things that impact click-through rate. Yeah, so you could say you could advertise off of YouTube to get people to click your stuff, and that could lead to more views. But as far as people on the YouTube interface or on the YouTube app, how do you as a user decide to watch something? You look at its thumbnail and or you read the title. That's it. Yes. And Steve, that's it. That's the first piece of the puzzle. Get people to click on your stuff. How do you do that? Titles and thumbnails. That's how people watch your stuff. Once they watch your stuff, number 2, you have to get them to watch the whole way through, or as much of your content without jumping off early. Focus on those 2 things and your channel will go up. YouTube will notice. Well, the algorithm will notice, and it will be more favorable to you. How will it be more favorable? Well, it's kind of like a tiered system. First, you'll start showing up in search, because guess what? YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, Google being number 1. YouTube's the second largest. So when they search for video content, if you've got your click-through rate and your average view duration up there, people are watching your stuff and clicking on your stuff, they'll add you to the search results. That's kind of the lowest tier that YouTube will help you. Then they'll start recommending your stuff, and that's where the money starts rolling in. Then, you show up on the side of the interface, you'll show up in the recommended list, or go front page. That means a completely logged out user is dials up youtube.com, punches up youtube.com, and when it loads, boom, there's your video. I think people like Casey Neistat have been on the front page less than 5 times. I know when he did that, he snowboarded through New York with the red jumpsuit with the American flag. That made world news, and that was on the front page of YouTube. Mark Lindsay, CNC, is here. Hi, Mark. Welcome to All Things YouTube. We're talking about New Year's resolutions for your YouTube channel. Jim Dockrell has a tech question. Microsoft is going to kill Edge, and their new browser will use the Chromium platform. Yeah, what's the deal with Microsoft anyway? They've been absent for the last year and a half. What have they been doing besides Xbox? you know, that they're out of the phone game. They're not making phones. Windows 10? Okay. Microsoft Office? Meh. Come on, baby. I'm Google Docs all the way, every day, except when I need to do complicated pivot tables in spreadsheets. Then I'll fire up Microsoft Excel. Other than that, I'm Google Spreadsheets. Microsoft has a server architecture thing you can rent, similar to Amazon AWS, and I think that's kind of going pretty well with them. They have been making Windows 10 worse, says Jim Dockrell. Well, that's not surprising. Not surprising. Mark Lindsay CNC says, I resolve not to make any resolutions. I don't believe in making promises I don't know that I can keep. Well, aren't those wise words? Look at the big brain on Mark Lindsay. Mitch Dietrich is here. Hello, Mitch. He says they do Xbox well, though. Exclamation point, winky face, open mouth. Yes, 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 they do. The Xbox division is the crown jewel of Microsoft. Without when you go in the Microsoft store in the mall, it's all games and Xbox. Not all, but it's mostly. And then I guess the tablets they're doing. Are they doing like Windows tablets? I guess they're pushing the the stylus and things like that. Yep, Al just told me in my earbuds. There they do tablets. Thank you, Al. Al is playing along on Discord. Al can speak to me through these earbuds. He helps me watch the chat and does some show support stuff. If anyone wants to do that role, we can have a whole group of people playing along on Discord. You're welcome to it. I'll put a 24-hour Discord link to my server, and you can do that. If you don't know what Discord is, that's fine. Just ignore it. Did Shane's Hobby Shop just make it in here? Hello, Shane. How are you, sir? Always good to see Shane's Hobby Shop in there. I see Shane pop up. I think bass boat. Does he have a bass boat yet? No, he did buy himself a bass. Or I think Mom bought him a bass boat in 2018. Last year. Can you believe that? It's 2019. Oh, my goodness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I really do like this button here. For those that are joining late, YouTube added this button, and you can add your own metrics into this table. The number of likes, 115. I guess that's in the date range. So in the last 28 days, I've got that. Watch this. We'll go last 365 days. Oh boy. Whoa, 3,242 likes. Whoa. That's got to be my most liked video of all time. It's impressive to get 1,000 likes. It really is. And that's up to 3,000. Whoa. Is there a dislike? Where'd I see that? Reach, revenue, interactions. Dislikes. There we go. 36 dislikes. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm reading the total line up here. Durr. My hangover's kicking in. Okay, no. There we go. My most liked video is over 1,000. That makes more sense. I didn't think I had a single video. This is just totaling up what's in this table, this top row. Ignore that top row. So only 36 dislikes to 1,311. That's cool. Look at this. This is my most controversial one. 53 dislikes to only 33 likes. People do not like that video. And yet, it shows up as one of my most watched. Watch this. You want to see something funny? Oh, this is my Hack the OtterBox So It Doesn't Suck video. Al was asking me which one that was. watch this. So if I go to my channel and I have a row that says popular uploads, look, right there it is. The video that's universally hated is the fourth most popular. And I know I'm kind of joking and razzing, but it just goes to show you an interaction is an interaction. A downvote is just as highly coveted as an upvote. Shane says mom bought him the kayak last year. And from what I understand, I think Shane considers that his bass boat because a kayak has advantages over a traditional bass boat. Mostly it doesn't require fuel or engines or, servicing the engine and things like that. I'm with you, Matt. Love me or hate me. Thanks for watching! ! That's absolutely correct, Mr. Lindsay. Oh, see, Jim Dockrell's putting these comments in here, and they get the little exclamation mark. This could be potentially... He has the most comments that are potentially inappropriate. What's he say? I'm going to put more something on my channel. So far, only one appear. So only one something. Oh, man. Let me go back and hide that comment again. Why did I click that button? I have mods for a reason. As a show host, tip number 1, let your mods be mods. Shane says, I do prefer my kayak over the gas-guzzling bass boats with a big, smiley, grinny face. Good for you, buddy. I'm happy. If Shane's happy, Matt's happy. That's the way I live my life. Because I like when Shane's happy. Matt, I wrote ? Look at 726, please. Osprey Mama. I don't know what you're trying to tell me here. Sorry about that. Maybe Al, if you could try and figure out what's timestamp 726 is. Is that up in the chat? Did I miss a chat message? I think that's what she's saying. Comments are big in my video world with nature. Oh, here we go. I got a question. She says, in my videos, I put times of events my viewers want, but I had one say I need to put the actual links so they can watch and go back to my link. I put descriptions and pin comments. How do I? Oh, I think I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. Let me show you. Yeah, I think it's that. Al gave me a comment. I think it's that plus one other thing. All right, I'm going to give you 2 answers to your question, Osprey Mama, and hopefully one of these 2 answers is what you're going for. The question was timestamps. She wants here's what I understand, and this works in comments or in the video description as far as I know. So let me show you what I'm getting at here. Okay. All right. Al's telling me to do this tip first. So if you share your link, you can say start at, and then see here's the marker, and look what it does to the URL. See if I can get this going. See how it puts the T equals and then a number? Well, that's what it's doing. So let's say you wanted to give a link to someone. Let me close this out. Maybe we'll go halfway through. So, like right there is when let's say right there is when the mail entered the picture, and you want to have someone watch the video, hit share, click this check mark, and then the T equals, and then the number will appear. I think it's the number of seconds. Copy that. I'll hit copy. And then when you give that to someone, it's going to start at second 85. See, look, see? It's a minute 25 in. Can you see that down there? That's one way to do timestamps. Second thing I want to talk about timestamps, and this is what Al thinks is not your question, but I'll give you more information about timestamps. If sorry, Al. Al's like, don't throw me under the bus. It's hard to host a show, folks. I've got a hangover. I want hangover credit from the audience. Okay, now watch me write this comment. I could do something like, I really liked this thing that I've got no creative energy that happened at, and then you can write 1:33, and then if you click that, when my comment shows up, see how it's now a hyperlink? Can you see that? Let me highlight this here. Okay, and then when someone else sees that hyperlink, like they could, for example, be all the way up here at second 15, but if they click it, it punches it. Whoop, see it? It jumped right to 1:33. And if you do a time, if you write a time like that, number, even in the description, that's the same thing. So if someone's looking at your description, and a lot of YouTubers will say intro, timestamp, first build, like if they're building something, like milling, I milled the lumber, timestamp, and then assembly, I started assembling, and then I put the finish on, and after each one of those blurbs, they'll put timestamps. And when you're looking at this on the interface through the phone or through the browser, and you click those numbers, it'll load the video right up to that point. I hope one of those two explanations were your answer, and I'm sorry, Al, for sort of beating you up a little bit. But again, I want hangover point. Here we go. It's like, Al has a question that he just asked me. I'll repeat it for the audience. He said, "Does that work outside the audience, outside of YouTube? So if he copied and pasted, if he copied the comment and pasted it somewhere else, no, it's a internal YouTube thing. So if yeah." Yeah, so the question Al's kicking around in my head is, if you were to, well, let's try it. Say you wanted to highlight this. He said, if you copied this into another document, would that work like a hyperlink, or will that default to plain text? So let me call up a rich text editor and paste it in. Oh, look, it's a link. And yes, it's going to work. Yes, timestamp 93. Yeah, it worked. Now, you have to paste it into a document that supports rich text. So like you couldn't paste it into Text Wrangler or BB Edit, for example. But I used a word processing doc, and it did hold it. So if the question was, if I copied, well, not on demo mode, but if you copied this to the clipboard, would that link retain the HTTP URL? And the answer is yes, it will. I know, Shane. He says, Al, in my head, that can't be good. Yeah, it's it's tough getting good show support. No, I love Al. Kilroy79763. Find Al on the. Forgive me, Al. I'm beating him up. You were wrong, Al. Matt's hyperlink is what I needed to look at the tricolor video pin comment. I was see. Okay. Sterling Davis is here. I'm chalking up the hangover for missing my statement earlier. I still love you. Well, Sterling, I don't know if that comment was to me, but I love you, brother. You know I love you. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll put my hangover glasses back on. This shows it's too much for me to take. Come on. New Year's Day. Next week everything's returning to normal. I'll have my this show, All Things YouTube, starting at 7, and Learn Adobe Now will be at 6 Eastern. Both are Eastern times. Jim Docker says I need another 9,900 subscribers. Yep, you'll get there. I'll settle for another 700, says Billy Burt. Everyone go to Billy Burt's channel and click the subscribe button 700 times. Oh, wait a minute. That'll subscribe and unsubscribe and subscribe and unsubscribe. Mark Lindsay, does it work outside of YouTube? If you create that timestamp link, copy and paste it anywhere, it works. Oh, Mark was confirming. Thank you, Mark. Mark's got my back too. The timestamp, you just have to write out on the keyboard a timestamp. So number, number, timestamp. That's all you need. You don't need to put a special @ prefix. You don't need to mark it with any type of code, T equals, none of that. Just if you're in a YouTube comment or you're in the description, that'll work. And there you go. Make It Extreme is here. Hello, Make It Extreme. I'm glad when Make It Extreme comes here. Here's a secret little tip on my channel. Make It Extreme has a website, and buried on the website are some links to other channels. And he linked to a couple of my old shows, and I still get traffic. Like, I can see on the analytics where my views are coming from. It's your website. Even to this day, those shows are 2 years old. And I get new eyeballs from a .com, a website.com that's floating around there on the internet. And I love it. I love it. I love Make It Extreme stuff. Here's something I got to tell Make It Extreme. I am taking a TIG welding class because I've been exclusively wood and some other materials, but not metal. So I am jumping into the metal game. And if I could be 1/10 as awesome as Make It Extreme in metals, I will be thrilled. So there you go. Yeah. Good to have. Good to have Make It Extreme in the house. I like it. And I'm working on a video. Sterling, you might like this because who's Team Scroll Saw? Any Team Scroll Saw? I know Sterling's Team Scroll Saw. He even has a scroll saw on his logo. Have you seen what I've been doing to my scroll saw? I took it apart. I serviced it, which is mostly removing the factory grease and replacing it with premium grease and putting it back together. But while it was apart, I stripped off all the paint, which wasn't easy because I think it's like it has that process where it embeds itself into the metal, some electro process. I don't understand. Stripped it all off, repainted it, and it's going to be the Van Halen guitar 5150 cherry red with the white and black stripes. And I'm putting it back together. I've been dropping little hints on Facebook, facebook.com/awesomewoodthings. So, Team Ice Cream, says Mark Lindsay. Yeah. Did you get the racing stripes, Matt? Not yet. That's the next step. Oh, we got another super chat from Osprey Mama. There they go. The lights are lighting up. When the super chats come in, the internet knows, and they start going nuts. So any dollar amounts will turn on the lights in these fashions here. So that's fun. Thank you, Osprey Mama, for the continued support. So let's put the link, the timestamp link, right to Osprey Mama's channel. Boom. And as with everyone that does super chats, you get a second home here permanently on the show, right here. Appreciate that. She says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, and Happy New Year to everyone out there who's a creative individual on the YouTubes. Oh, yeah. They love it. Van Halen. I know, right? Oh, man, it is so sweet. So sweet. I even did this. I removed the DeWalt branding from the saw. What are my chances to be sponsored by DeWalt? I think I'm going against YouTube best practices and potentially upsetting future sponsors. I don't know. Maybe they'll see what I'm doing and they'll like, yeah, that brought some positive light to the brand. But yeah, and people love DeWalt, and they love that yellow gold patented Pantone color, whatever it is. I'm setting myself up for some internet harassment for doing the blasphemous technique of removing the yellow and making it something that's not yellow. Dave Gatton's here. Says they're zero now, Matt. I don't know what you're saying there now, but it's zero. That I have a 0% chance of DeWalt sponsoring me. That might be. But you know what? I sort of take the just for fun approach to a lot of what I do. Even though I am trying to set myself up for some commercially viable stuff. I just I don't know. I have nothing against brands, and I'll work with any brand. I just, Al just mentioned in my ear that I should tell DeWalt if they give me another saw, I'll put this one back on mine or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Al's got some good business advice for my YouTube career. Now he's laughing because I called it business advice. Any New Year's resolutions from the chat room? What are you going to do differently in 2019? I'm certainly going to be like putting my own column in the top videos with this. For those that I can't mention this enough, here is the plus of awesomeness. I recommend putting average percent viewed in there. Then you've got average percent viewed, and you've got click-through rate visible in a table. Those are the two biggest things. You want to get people clicking. That's this one. And once they're there, you want to get them watching. And that's that one. Beautiful. Beautiful. Kudos to Team YouTube for doing that. Kudos. Mom has the Seiko scroll saw, and she loves it. Capital words. Yeah, I saw the unboxing or some photos that when you got that saw. I hear it's a really, really nice saw. Mark says he's going to transition out of software tutorials and get into projects in 2019. Good for you. Good for you. Here's my Gatton CNC. It's almost 300 views. Come on, people. I need one more for 300 views. See, that's the thing, it's holiday themed and Christmas has come and gone, so I don't expect that to have much traction anymore. But that's all good. Computer Desk is doing pretty well. That's been a good performer for me. And then this is always fun. See, this became apparent here over on channel analytics. Look at these spikes. Guess what days I live stream? Whenever there's a spike. Anyone know what's happening here? There was a warning that says they lost something. Hard drive must have blew up because there's no data for watch time for those 2 days. Well, 3 days. But who knows? That was a nice project, man. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I had fun getting my CNC almost usable. Oh, I got it so close. So close. I was doing lettering. So I cut some letters, and then I wanted to put like a pocket to put the letters into. So I did the negative space of the letter, which was a little bit wider because I was smart. I didn't want it to have exactly the size. And when I went to put the letters together, it wasn't exactly perfect. I'm like, I bet you my CNC machine missed a couple steps or something. It wasn't. I just want a CNC machine to cut where it's supposed to cut. And if it's supposed to be a circle, I want it to be a perfect circle. And as it goes through going deeper, I want each pass to be exactly the same as the pass above, because my CNC, which is junk, it does 3 passes and then something moves and then it's in a different. Why does it have to be that hard? I guess because I don't own a Gatton brand CNC machine. Al asked me if I calibrate my stepper motors. I went through all the calibration where you measure 12 inches and it actually is 12 inches, and then you measure it 12 inches and I backed it off a couple hundredths of whatever and tweaked it and yeah, so I did that calibration, and I think there's a way to make sure it doesn't skip or miss a step or something, and then it's all, anyway. Dave Gatton says mine does. Yeah, I know your machines do. But, I get frustrated because I'm a line art expert, and CNC machines need line art, and here I am with the skills at an expert level, and my machine can't reproduce what I'm giving it. It's just an exercise in frustration. So, and it's down to the machine now. I mean, it's not me. I finally figured out you have to tighten up the freaking V wheels because the V wheels weren't grabbing the rails properly. So I finally got that kind of figured out. Man, I'm done being frustrated. Anyway, but that's just my CNC woes. We got a lot of good CNC experts out here. Sounds like you need a new one. I do. Anyone want to buy my CNC machine? The good things about a CNC is they do exactly what you tell it to do. Unless it's my machine, then it does what it wants to do. The bad thing about a CNC is it does exactly what you tell it to do. Yeah, I gotcha. But see, I'm the type of user that can live in that world. Like, I understand that concept, and I'll own it. Belt drives are a good point, yeah. I want the screws, the lead screws. They seem very accurate. Why does a machine exist with rubber bands I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, so, but we'll see. And if you ever need, this is a question to Dave Gatton. If you ever need someone to come on your show and ask newbie questions, and you answer newbie questions, I've got a lot of just mostly about the software. So, Here's something fun that's happening. I'm going to make myself disappear. I'm going to remove my camera just for a second. I'm still here, folks. I'm still here. But I want to show you, this is a new area, kind of new area right here. This is communication from Team YouTube about the platform problems. So you can follow these articles and know what YouTube is struggling with and get more details about what's happening. So if you ever suspect something funky is happening, on the main dashboard of the Studio Beta, lower right, known YouTube issues. Missing views. Yep, remember that? We saw that grayed out thing. I wonder if that's... Or this might be different because I think it was watch time. What does this say? Oh, a 2-hour window on December 19th. You may have experienced an issue that caused low real-time views. Blah, blah, blah. This is just good to know. Good to know. We have a question. Question from Jim Dockrell. I hesitate to read this out loud because you're Jim Dockrell. What do you put in for title and company name on the Super Chat agreement? What did you put in for title and company name on the Super Chat agreement? Owner and awesome with things. That's the quick answer. I don't think I fully recall the agreement you're talking about. I guess there was, let me go. I guess there was something here. Let me follow this to the old classic YouTube studio or creator studio. Did I click it? Come on. There it goes. You must be talking about the random collection showed up. Hello, random collection. This is all things YouTube. View agreement. Is this it? There must have been some step prior to this thing that Jim is talking about. Oh, Jim says he gets a commerce product addendum. I don't know. I do not know exactly what you're dealing with, but if your question is title and company name, I would put owner for the title if you need advice, and then company name would be your channel name. Boom. Done and done. IE supposed to vid is in the house. That's my actual brother, Michael. Say hello to Michael in the IE supposed to vid username. He says, Happy New Year. Buy and send a supercharger. Super chat. Okay. Yep, Al saying that, yeah, we did look at Jim's recent post. Thank you for that comment. So, yeah, super chats. I guess they're making you fill out a little form. I may have done it and forgot I've done it. Yep. Oh, yeah, she says, okay, Matt saw it. Good. Any other New Year's resolutions in YouTube terms or not YouTube terms? Anything people want to do new in the new year that would preferably help your YouTube channel or not? Let me know. Channel memberships. See, I don't have channel memberships yet. I think I'm almost eligible. What is it now? 10,000 subs? Your channel must have more than 3,000 or 30,000 subscribers. I wish it was 3,000. Okay, so I have a little ways to go there. They really need to get this down to lower channels. Yeah, lower subscriber count channels, because this is a big deal. There's turmoil in the um, Patreon space. What do they call it? Crowdfunding, because this is YouTube's internal crowdfunding. Yeah. So this is part of YouTube's larger goal, is to make themselves less beholden to the advertisers, because advertisers ran the roost for a while, and they've slowly and painstakingly moved the needle back to the creator side. Ideally, they want it hovering 50-50, where the platform is 50% favorable to advertisers and 50% favorable to users. It can never be completely lopsided, or the whole thing will collapse, because guess what, folks? You need both. But channel memberships is just one way they can distance themselves from advertisers. Because remember Adpocalypse? What was that about? The advertisers pulled out, or many advertisers pulled out. They don't want that to happen again. And if it does happen again, they want other streams of revenue. What other streams of revenue? Memberships is one of them. That's one way to do. And YouTube Red, which is now YouTube Premium, that's another way to circumvent the advertisers. Because when you have a YouTube Red view, you get all the money. When your stuff's not suitable for advertisers, you're just not getting the revenue from AdSense. You still get 100% of the revenue from YouTube Premium users that are watching your stuff. So if you're doing like the Slingshot channel, the Slingshot channel is caught up in all this weapons stuff, and he's like, look, I got toy slingshots and like professional slings. They're not, gunpowder devices. They're slingshots. And he's getting all caught up in this not suitable, not suitable, not suitable. Well, guess what? If his subscribers had YouTube Premium, he gets all of that revenue. It doesn't matter that your green $ icon flips to yellow. When it's YouTube Premium, it's all that. And you know what? You should probably keep an eye on that part of the analytics. I don't want to show the revenue. Shoot. I don't want to click on that. There's some terms of service where one of the screens in revenue you're not allowed to publicly show. I think it's anything that has the CPM, is it? The cost per mil. That's the average dollar amount per view, essentially, or per 1,000 views. That's supposed to be kept private by the channel owner. Sort of like it's the unwritten rule, if you have a job, you shouldn't tell other employees how much you make, even though you can. And even though I can show anyone what my CPM is, they don't like when you. So anyway, I'm fearful showing the revenue screens on a live chat or live hangout, because I might cross some sort of line. I'll probably be fine. But anyway, what I was saying is, keep an eye on your revenue. I think I can show that. I think I can show one piece. I'm going to throw caution. I'm not going to. I think there's a way. I think I can do it without showing you that secret CPM number. And I bet you I can do it here too. So, but the point is, keep track of your income from AdSense versus your income from YouTube Premium. And over time, YouTube Premium should start to gain traction. It already is, in the upward momentum. But here, revenue. Okay. Where's YouTube Red? See this one. I think if I were to show this one, I would get in trouble. YouTube Premium. Yes, right there. I can do it. There's YouTube Premium revenue and YouTube ad revenue. Look at this. Yes. Okay, so my tip to you is if you have monetization enabled, over time, just kind of keep notice. Now, this is a 28-day period. Look at what your ad revenue is versus your YouTube Premium. And it's a very small amount. So this is like, well, this is half. Right here is 50%. 7 cents is half of 14 cents. But the other ratios are just minuscule. But keep an eye on this because you will see over time YouTube Premium revenue going up. And yellow dollar signs have nothing to do with YouTube Premium. If you get a view from YouTube Premium, it doesn't matter what your ad safe marker is, you get the money. And from YouTube itself, they're saying YouTube Premium signups are on the rise. It's not stagnant. So people are buying the YouTube Premium and you get no ads. And then once they buy it, they're not abandoning it and more people are actually buying it. So it's on the way up. And you get access to all of the premium footage that's out there. Originals, I guess is what they call it here. Originals. This is on my interface here. Here's the YouTube Originals. I pay for YouTube Premium. It's a Cobra Kai. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I love the Cobra Kai series. They filmed a second one. There's another series. There's another season coming out. Oh, I cannot wait. That's worth it right there just to watch Cobra Kai. I think I watched it twice. I think there's a question from Know What Mom Knows. My YouTube resolution is to do my best at editing my videos faster. I am a perfectionist, and because of that, it can take me a full week to edit a 10-minute video. LOL. True story here. Awesome with things. Yeah. I consider the edit itself an art form. And I am very particular about it too. I try not to be perfectionist level. Perfectionist is actually a red flag in a lot of areas because sometimes it's better to get something done than to get it perfect. Well, in most cases. But I hear you. I like things to be the way that I like them to be. I prefer the fast cuts. I prefer cinematic visuals if at all possible. So yeah, it takes me a while to edit too. And I usually have many levels. Like I have pictures and text and this and that and everything like that. Well, look at this. Steve Carmichael dropped in a $10 super chat. I enjoy your live shows, Matt! ! Keep it up, says Steve Carmichael. Thank you, Steve Carmichael, from the Carmichael Workshop. Yes. Look at this. Steve's been cranking out the videos. You had like 3 back to back. Yeah, you're and you had surgery too. I think you had mentioned on camera that you were dealing with some medical stuff too. So kudos for cranking that stuff out. Steve is killing it. And I appreciate the super chat, Steve. Steve has a toolbox with the same color scheme as my as the guitar. There it is. See that? Look at that toolbox. Can you see that toolbox? Oh, Steve, I love it. So I had asked Steve personally if he minded if I did that same treatment to my tool. And I loved your response, Steve. He's like, you don't need my permission to Van Halenize anything. So he coined the phrase, the coined the phrase Van Halenize. So thank you, Steve. I appreciate your support, and definitely go give Steve a big subscribe over there on the YouTubes. Congratulations on the channel too. Steve's channel's really starting to blow up a bit, I think. Well deserved too. To make this box a little bigger. See, if I get too many super chatters, I have to expand boxes in real time, which is fun. There we go. Turn off that strobe light. Man, that strobe light's tough. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it very, very much. Oh, Steve says this CNC comes in handy when you can't lift or do strenuous stuff. Yeah, I hear you. At least, see, when I had some minor surgery done, I ended up hurting myself in the shop because it kind of was a little uncomfortable for me to stretch my arm the whole way out. And I pushed a piece of wood through the table saw, and I did not clear the wood from the actual saw. So it was still, always push it all the way past the saw. And I went to turn the saw off. And so both pieces of wood one was trapped between the fence and the blade, not cleared. And the other one was the offcut, which is there. Turn the saw off, and the saw was slowly winding down. It takes a while to stop, but it wasn't under power. And as it winds down, it sort of vibrates more, like when it gets to a certain revolutions per minute, and it moved the piece, and the piece touched the back of the blade, and boom, fired that thing, hit my hip, big black and blue mark. So I got kicked back, and it was because I was recovering from some minor stuff, and I thought, oh, it's a little uncomfortable. I didn't want to kind of strain my whatever, and I always clear the blade. I didn't do it. So good for you for being able to do woodworking in your shop with your CNC machine and cranking out those videos, man. I love it. I get so happy when a Steve Carmichael video comes on. It's just a joke, because the thing about Steve is, and I've said this many times, he enjoys his time in the shop. He really does. And a lot of people out there grinding it away. I can tell when Steve puts a project out, it's a project he wants to do, and he's having fun doing it. And that comes through as the host. It's entertaining when the host is enjoying what they do, and that's certainly the case. Shane says, I hurt myself too. I have been trying to get a doctor's excuse to get out of doing dishes. So far, no doctor is brave enough to give me one. Oh, Shane, come on. No one likes to do the dishes, Shane. Nobody. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Well, with no other news from the YouTube mothership, because all of the employees are away, I think we'll kind of wind down the show here. Remember, next week, everything's back to normal. So I will be back on my Monday time slot, January 7th. Here's a link to the next All Things YouTube. I just put that in the chat room. click over there and click the little reminder button, or click the bell. Go for it if that's what you're into. And I have another link for you. Thursday, so 2 days from now, Thursday the 3rd, over on Brenda G's Designs channel, we'll be doing a second episode of Mind Equals Blown. So that's where we take comments from the chat room about true facts that you think will blow our mind. And if you succeed at blowing either my mind or my co-host Brenda G, you blow her mind. Or if you blow both of our minds, you get virtual tacos, which have no real value in the real world. So that's the show. It's a fun show. It's a get to know new people in the chat room. It's kind of fun because I have a lot of YouTubers and woodworkers here on my channel. And Brenda has a lot of craft viewers on her channel. So if you come over to Brenda G's channel, the chat room might have more of her craft audience. And I don't know, as a maker, I like crafts, so I've picked up some good channels over there. And then they do the same. They'll come when I have Mind Equals Blown on my channel. They get to pick up some of the woodworkers here. So that's fun. Says, does that mean I get to wear pants? Says Shane's Hobby Shop. I will never answer that question. You do you, Shane. If you feel like it's a pants day, you go for it. If you want to go pantsless, hey, more power to you. Brenda says, yes, Shane, you must wear a lot of pants. Is that different from just wearing pants? A lot of pants? Well, before I sign off, just remember I keep the channel mostly woodworking focused. So if you go to Awesome Wood Things on YouTube, you will not see All Things YouTube show. It will be hidden. It's called unlisted. But you can always go to patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. You do not need to be a patron on patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. What I'm saying is public links to all of the past shows of All Things YouTube are on patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. So if you ever miss an episode, you're like, oh, I really want to see what Matt had to say about that topic, go to patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. You'll see a free listing. You do not need to donate. It's just an easy way to aggregate everything. That's where I keep stuff over there. So with that, I will end it for this New Year's Day, Tuesday special. We're back Monday time slot next week. I hope to see everyone there at All Things YouTube. Or you can go an hour earlier at 6 p.m. Eastern and do Learn Adobe Now. I'll be doing some fun creative design stuff in Adobe Illustrator that day too. So that's it for now. Happy New Year, everyone. Good luck with those resolutions. If you have any questions, YouTube related or graphic design related, let me know. I am happy to help. If I can, I certainly will. Thank you, Osprey Mama. Thank you, Steve Carmichael, for the super chats. And I thank everyone for their support. Have a great night. Have a great year. Hope to see you next week. And I'll see you on the interwebs. Thanks, everyone. And I hit the stop button. All right. Take care.